Hello sailors, welcome back to Motion RC, and today's video is an overview on the awesome, absolutely awesome Bancroft Yamato Battleship. This thing is fantastic, ready to run, so coming out of the box, all you need to do is charge up the battery, ballast the boat, and you could be in the lake in almost no time. You don't have to do hardly any assembly, if you would even call it assembly. You just have to put the turrets, you'll see they come out of the box and such. You just gotta place them, but for the most part, everything for you is done on this stellar boat. For those who don't know what the Yamato was, the Yamato at the time, right before World War II, was commissioned, and during World War II was about the largest battleship on the seas at the time, with some of the largest guns on her. And you know, unfortunately, or fortunately, if you will, she was sunk back in there, so she's sitting in the Pacific somewhere now. But at the time, absolutely gorgeous, and again 200 scale, so it matches up size-wise to the Missouri that you have behind me. We have the Bismarck, we have the Nimitz, you know, so size-wise it's great when you get them all, and you can just see the detail on this. What you're gonna notice about the Yamato, it was wider than the Missouri, wider than the Bismarck. So as far as the model goes, that also gives you a great representation on the top of just like the woodworking done on these. You know, that top deck is all real wood that gets placed in there, and all the metal, the brass railings. This is just, it's a phenomenal boat. Now, as far as getting inside of the boat, inside of the ship, with this one, unlike the Missouri and some of the other ones, you have no screws to get at the superstructure. All you will have to do is take off these two riggings, and then we can get inside there, and we can show you inside now. But inside, you're gonna see your 4-drive motor system. So it's got 4 motors all inside, which is great. The ESC and the receiver are already pre-installed there. So all you really have to do, again, is add ballast. And we have a whole video on how to ballast a boat. We did the ballast for the Missouri, but basically it's filling up your bathtub. This will fit in any standard bathtub. Fill up your bathtub, and then we like to buy BBs and use some Ziploc bags and just fill Ziploc bags with BBs and start spacing it out. And you want to get it to the point where the water line is where the red meets the gray on the outside of the ship. So this one took close to 8 pounds to get to ballast. Just the nature of the beast, you never really know what you're gonna get when you get there, but you know, once you see her on the water, she looks absolutely stunning. So as you're driving her, if you go full throttle, it's gonna be very unscale. You know, the 4-drive system is definitely overpowered for a lot of these models. You're probably gonna find that scale sailing on a ship like this is gonna be done with about half throttle, maybe quarter throttle, if even. You know, in real life, obviously she would move pretty fast, but you know, in a lake, when you're trying to go by scale, you find that the slower the better. But again, you got a lot of easy access to things too. So I don't have to take the superstructure off to show you, but like if you want to get in, like some of these turrets, again, they all move, all your little turrets, like, so these will come off, and you'll see there's no real access, but one of the turrets back here actually gives you some access to things in the back. So this one, there you go, there's a full circle that you can get in from this turret, and that has access to your rudder servo, so if you ever need to change that out, easy to get in there. And also inside there is an easier place to put some ballast for the back, because again, your 4 motors are under the superstructure, so you're going to need a little ballast towards the back, you're going to need a little ballast towards the front, and even in the back here by the crane and the planes, you can get access down here as well. There's a little compartment that you can lift out. There you go. So you can lift that out, and you see there's also some servos, servo horns back there as well that help control for the rudder. You know, they're the control horns that actually move the rudder back and forth. So this plate can just slip right out, and then when you're done, you just rest it in. It doesn't get glued in or anything. You don't want to glue it in. You just sort of want to rest it in there and be done with it. Now, as far as the masting goes, the rigging along the top, again, the rigging, you can place it. You know what, I'll take it off while I'm here. So there's one rigging, so we take that off. You would lay that forward. But now the back rigging, you're gonna need to install the crane to get the rigging to go. When I first took the boat out, the crane wasn't installed. It comes off to the side. And I was trying to see this string, the rigging would go way too far past where you think it would notch, but it's because the rigging up top actually needs to go through the crane up here, which is interesting. So once you get that, once you figure that out, when you take that off, there you go. And now you can see the superstructure. The only other thing you might remove, you could take these two little, you don't even need to take that one off, but the one on the back here, that turret, probably make it a little easier for you to bring off. And there you go. Your superstructure comes right off the top, and then you can get a better view inside. Again, I have some ballast. I have a lot of BBs in there already. Got a lot of weight, but you can see all your, you know, your motors and everything inside. And it's good, nice, easy access. Again, you have 2800 2S LiPo is what's powering this with an XT60 connector. So that comes in the, you know, in the box. So I always suggest when you first put it in the water and you're going to ballast, do it like this. Since the ESC and the receiver are mounted usually on one side, try to mount the battery to the other side, because, you know, to balance out that side-by-side port to starboard ballast. But then, you know, once you have it balancing that way, then your, you know, the stern to the front, you're gonna balance that way. So I definitely have a bag of BBs way up front, one in the middle, and one in the back. That ended up giving it all the ballast that it needed. But again, putting the superstructure back on is not hard. It's just this rigging. You don't want to get it, you want to try not to get it tangled if you can. So you just place it in, and it only fits one way. But when it fits nicely. And then you can just, again, maybe you use a little, you could use a little tool if you wanted to, like a pair of pliers, small pliers. But I just put that on there, press it all the way down. And then on the back side, again, you want to come down across, you know, straight. But you see how long that is? It's when it touches the top of the crane, which is the way you want it. And then it's going to connect down low to the flagpole. And I'm actually going to use a little pair of pliers here because I have fat fingers. And it's on. So it goes right up over this crane there, which is awesome. And then again, your turret, you could slide that right back in. And again, they have nice movement to them. Even the guns at the top go up and down. The cloth around the turrets is really nice. Again, the level of detail as you come across, like that's real metal chain, you know, that gets glued down for where the anchors would be. You know, and something about the Yamato is just very pretty. You know, their whole superstructure and all the guns were sort of rounded off versus like the way the Missouri looked. You know, it was a different looking. You know, a lot of similarities there too, but all around, just a beautiful ship that must have been stunning to have seen in real life. If you just saw, if anyone got a chance to have seen it in real life, probably would have been in awe of its size back then. But all around, just a worthy addition to the Bancroft lineup, and so excited to have it here. The only other thing you'll have to install your stickers for your flags, the Rising Suns, the Japanese flag. Like I put one up here on some of the rigging, one up there up top. I was trying to look at old pictures of where they go. The manual doesn't tell you where they go. You kind of put them anywhere if you wish, but I just know that you should have at least have the Japanese flag on the back. And all around though, super cool and looks great if you have multiple of the Battleship. But in conclusion, guys, she's a fantastic ship. The fact that these boats, again, they come packaged so nicely, fully tucked in foam. You shouldn't see any damage or anything when you pull it out. Obviously, if you do, give us a call. But once you get them out of the box, getting them set up is not hard. And whether you actually use this for RC purposes or not, she is display worthy. If you're a Navy shipman kind of guy, if you're into boats, I mean, this is a mantelpiece. These things are absolutely gorgeous. The amount of work in them, you could tell, just a lot of hand detail to put all this stuff where it goes. So they're really, really, really beautiful ships, and this one is no different. Just a worthy representation of what was an awesomely powerful machine back in the day. So guys, that'll do it for us here. If you like this video, you know, by all means, click the like button, hit the subscribe button, because we got more ships we're going to be doing videos on and such. But if you like the Yamato, definitely check out. The link is in the description down below. And if you have any comments or questions, leave them down below as well. I'll try to answer as many as I can. But that'll do it for us here, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video on the Bancroft Yamato, and look out for more coming soon. Bye, guys.